The Jaguars are on the clock now. On the clock now, the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are on the clock. With the next pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. The Jaguars are on the clock now. On the clock now, the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are on the clock. With the next pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. The Jaguars are on the clock now. On the clock now, the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are on the clock. With the next pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. The Jaguars are on the clock now. On the clock now, the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are on the clock. With the next pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. The Jaguars are on the clock now. On the clock now, the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are on the clock. With the next pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. The Jaguars are on the clock now. On the clock now, the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are on the clock. With the next pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock.
View your team's saved snapshots or follow the...
The Jaguars are on the clock now. On the clock now, the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are on the clock. With the next pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. The Jaguars are on the clock now. On the clock now, the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are on the clock. With the next pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. The Jaguars are on the clock now. On the clock now, the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are on the clock. With the next pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. The Jaguars are on the clock now. On the clock now, the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are on the clock. With the next pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. The Jaguars are on the clock now. On the clock now, the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are on the clock.
Welcome to Weekly. This is how you access the new player health screen. This is your team profile. Choose focus players each week who will earn extra. This is the player card. Here you can see your strengths and weaknesses by looking at your archetype ratings. Here are a player's motivations. How well your team aligns with each player's motivations will determine how interested that player is in re-signing with your team or joining your team as a free agent.
Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville. From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they're led out by the fourth-year man out of Duke, and that's Daniel Jones.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and, of course, take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
And he'll get this to the 32.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Throwing Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a man in his 23rd NFL season. Still doing it at age 45, Tom Brady.
And at one point, he announced to the NFL world that he had accomplished everything he needed to and was going to retire, but then reversed that decision. And I think everyone who likes football loves the fact that he's still out there throwing it around and still at the top of his game. In a career that's seen and accomplished just about everything, he figured there was always room to add to that legacy.
Henry again on second down. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They run wide side with Henry. Not just a cover guy, Roger McCreary getting back behind the line of scrimmage on that play. On the counter, it's Henry. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. The heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now Brady on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And right side. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Matthew McCrane on for the PAT. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy that's just happened, some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Going deep for Hopkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. They run once more with McKinnon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Play action. Now it's Brady. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Brady. That's caught at the 3. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jerick McKinnon from 4 yards out. And the Jags are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play the best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down carry for Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Henry again on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Henry. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Henry is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
Oh, I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here. A long way to go. Jones throw into the hands of Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Jones. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones looks toward the sideline. Higgins making the catch. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The first and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of it.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. First throw now for the backup Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his fourth down call.
Here's Matthew McCrane now for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. McCrane's kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
It'll be a touchback. The ball brought out to the 25 as Mickens will not return it. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And some room to work. There he goes left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. On the return is Mickens. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. They find some open field here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Phillip Lindsay
ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they only needed... capped off by a Phillip Lindsay touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Play action. Now Wentz.
He'll find Aguara complete.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Left side, Cook. And some room to roam now. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
On 2nd down at 4. Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Wentz going to throw. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Chris Manhertz, 26 yards. And the Browns get a bit closer. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? Second quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the fourth quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. On second down, a run with Lindsay. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Another run by Lindsay. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 161 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. Second down, McKinnon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, McKinnon again. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They go play action with Ryan. Open man, this is Lewis. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now a give, this is McKinnon. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A good run of 6 yards there, gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you
touchdown, Jerick McKinnon. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Personal foul, roughing the tackler, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This one taken just inside the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
On second down, Cook. And he's got some space here. And now the rookie's free. And all the way down to the 9.
92 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Wentz now to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Rashard Higgins, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
From the end zone, this is Mickens. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now Ryan on first down.
And that's going to be caught. It's James Prochet on the move past the 40.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Handoff, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll to the ball here.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Third down, here's a run by Cook.
room here to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. On play action, Wentz. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. And fortunately here for them, he's going to be taken down before he can gather much momentum on the run back. So no fireworks on the final field goal attempt, and that'll do it for this first half.
Most of the starters are likely done. These coaching staffs getting ready to evaluate the youngsters in the second half. And to call the remainder of this preseason opener, we go back to Brandon Gaud.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
On second down, right back to Lindsey. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Ryan now to throw on third down. He finds McKinnon, complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. 3rd and short, McKinnon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing now is Wentz. Over the middle, complete. That's Quinn. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire